I hope you're all well. Today I thought that I would share some tips on how to have a more magical morning, or not even magical, but just how to wake up and not feel ugh. Because I don't know about you, but I'm the kind of person that if I'm going to feel low, if I'm going to feel anxious, if I'm going to feel depressed, it tends to be in the morning. I know there are a lot of people wake up feeling really good, and then as the day goes on, they start to feel worse, whereas I'm the other way. Once I'm up and there are certain things that I can do, I start to feel better and better and better. So I think for me, it might be that while I sleep, my serotonin levels drop. I don't know, because I could go to bed feeling amazing, wake up in the morning just in a completely different mood. So I'm still trying to figure it out. I fall asleep listening to a lot of like healing therapy, meditations. I'm doing all the stuff. I will share a lot more of my journey. 2020, I'm going to be sharing a lot more positivity and self-care and motivation and stuff like that. Kind of the stuff that I was putting on my Everyday Amazing You YouTube channel, but to be honest, with the new businesses, I can't keep them both up. So I'm still going to be doing that kind of content, but bringing it back over here. So these are some things that I do, and I hope that if you're the same, you struggle with mornings, even if it's not mentally, even if you just find it hard to kind of get up and go in the mornings, I hope that these will help. And if they do, please do give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get cracking. So I've got a list. The first one is to have a good bedtime routine, so that you're setting up your morning the night before, you're setting yourself up on the right foot before you've even gone to bed. I will do a separate video on having like a good bedtime routine, because I feel like I've nailed my bedtime routine and my morning routine at the moment. I'm feeling pretty good with it. But yeah, I'll still share some of the things now. Basically things like going to bed at a decent time so that you get a full night's sleep, drinking plenty of water the night before, not just before you go to bed, because you don't want to be waking up to pee in the night and having disturbed sleep. Making sure that your room is nice and dark, so if you need to have blackout curtains. I actually sleep with my blinds open because I like to sleep with moonlight and starlight. I can't see the street lamps or anything once I'm in bed, but it's still dark enough that I can sleep really well. I do tend to sleep really well. But yeah, if you're someone that needs darkness, get blackout blinds. If you're someone that needs quiet, then have earplugs. You could listen to white noise while you sleep. There are so many different things, obviously making sure that the temperature's good in your room, not too cold, not too hot, not having caffeine, sugar. Like, I feel like I'm saying quite obvious things now, but yeah, having a good bedtime routine and being prepared the night before as well. So make sure that everything's nice and tidy. You've got everything out that you need for the next day. I like to make sure that the dishwasher is empty, if not at least on, so that in the morning I can empty it, and that the washing, I know what my next step is, so I haven't left like washing in the washing machine. It's out and hung up, or it's ready to be turned on in the morning, that kind of thing. Just so that you go to bed knowing what you're going to be doing the next day. It helps you to fall asleep better, and obviously if you fall asleep better, you're going to sleep better and you're going to wake up hopefully feeling more refreshed. Number 2 is to set your alarm for before you need to get up. So I would always, like we did this for so long, set my alarm for 7 o'clock with the aim to leave the house at 8 o'clock, which will probably be fine if it was just me, but when I have 2 children as well to get ready for school and preschool, you know, to get dressed and be fed, and who, you know, sometimes they want to have a bit of a lazy morning and they don't want to literally have me shouting at them, come on, you've got to get up, get ready, because I've decided that I want to sleep a bit longer. Like, it doesn't work. I end up shouting or just getting stressed and anxious and then panicking and thinking like, we're going to be late, and it just makes it a really stressful morning, and then that sets you off for a bad day. I mean, now I set my alarm quite a bit before 7. I actually now set my alarm at 5:15, but it's so that you've got time to do the things that you want to do and the things that you need to do before that time that you would normally get up. So whether it's working, exercising, relaxing, having a nice bath, meditate, like whatever it is, I'm gonna get into like things that I do in a minute. It might be preparing your kids' breakfast, getting yourself dressed so that when you then wake up your children, you don't have to then think, right, I'll get you dressed so then I can quickly get dressed. You can just think, right, I'm ready to go. All of my focus can be on you now. And it is difficult. There are times when I wake up at 5:15 and I think to myself, well, you know, I've always managed fine waking up at 7 o'clock, so maybe I will just go back to sleep. But you've just got to plough through it. Obviously, you don't have to do it every day, but I do find it really helps. And obviously, you don't have to do like 2 hours earlier. You could just set it half an hour earlier, even 15 minutes earlier, just to give you that little bit more time so that you're not stressing and it's just a bit more of a relaxed morning. And Jasper even said to me this morning, we didn't have to rush this morning. We took our time and everyone's really happy. And I was like, I'm glad you noticed, because I've definitely noticed. And something that I've been trying as well, and I have found it to be so powerful, is the Mel Robbins 5-second rule. And basically what it is as soon as you wake up, or as soon as you hear your alarm go off, you open your eyes, before you have any chance to hit the snooze button or to think, oh, I want to go back to bed, or to doubt anything, or just before anything, you just count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you go. And there is a science behind it, something to do with your prefrontal cortex that it activates. And it is different if you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can then carry on and go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it doesn't have the same effect, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take action. So for me, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the alarm goes off and I sit up. The aim is that I would actually get up, go downstairs, make a cup of tea, brush my teeth, wash my face, and get cracking with everything else that I want to do. But the last couple of mornings, I've done 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I've got up, and then I've ended up doing like meditation in bed. But I'm up. I'm not hitting the snooze button. And I know that if I don't hit the snooze button, like I turn my alarm off and I go to sleep, I could end up oversleeping and we could be late for everything. So I turn the alarm off, I don't hit snooze, and I'm up, I'm awake. And yeah, that's a really good one. And it's good for loads of things as well, like negative self-talk, bad habits. If you're feeling like nervous about doing something, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just do it, take action. Number 3 is for the first thing that you do when you wake up, have it be something motivational, inspiring. So rather than picking up your phone and scrolling through social media, turn on a podcast, or even like look at your vision board or a list of goals. Or I have the Everyday Calm book, which my friend Ali got for me, and it's 365 ways to a tranquil life. And each day there's just a little like quote or an instruction or a piece of advice. They're really, really short. So today, for example, says, if it comes, let it come. If it goes, it's okay, let it go. Let things come and go. Stay calm. Don't let anything disturb your peace, and carry on. Yeah, it's just really nice. And so I try to let that be the first thing that I give my attention to in the morning. So I do my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I sit up, pick up this book, and I find that day's one. And then it's just something that I can take with me throughout the day, try and implement it. Yeah, I'll leave a link to this in the description box below, because I share it most mornings on my Instagram and I always get asked what it is. But yeah, it's really, really good. I love it. Next up is to meditate. I have really gotten into my meditation. I meditate every morning and every night. It's the last thing I do before I get into bed, and it's the first thing that I do when I get out of bed. Not only have I noticed a real difference in the short term, like it focuses my mind, so any kind of anxieties, worries, low mood, I focus on the meditation. I focus on what the specific meditation that I'm doing is achieving. But also in the long term, I found that I'm much calmer, and in general, I'm happier, and I don't snap. My outlook on things has changed a lot. So yeah, in the long run, it's hard. It is hard work. When I first started, I couldn't focus my mind for more than a minute. My mind would drift onto different things and I'd get bored and I didn't enjoy it. Whereas now I'm doing like 1.5 up to 2 hours. Most mornings I'll just do a 15-minute meditation, and the one that I'm doing at the moment I'm doing for 40 days because it's really good to make it a habit and to make it stick, and it's an abundance one, which I'm really loving. But you can do so many different ones, whether it's 5 minutes on the Calm app, or go on YouTube. I quite often do specific ones on YouTube for whatever I'm going through at the time, if it's like stress management, anxiety, healing, inner child work. Yeah, just go for however you're feeling at the time. But yeah, meditating is just a really good way to not only clear any negativity that you've kind of accumulated while you sleep and like releasing anything that you've been healing, but also to set you up for the day and focus your mind, and you can think about your intentions for the day and what you want to achieve and your intentions for the long term as well, maybe like your 2020 goals. It's a really good way to set you up in the right frame of mind. My next tip is to do something productive. So this could literally be 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of listening to a podcast. Like, it doesn't have to be an hour of meditation, an hour of doing something productive. It's just whatever you can fit in. So what I have been doing is my 15 to 20-ish minutes of meditation in the morning, and then I do a power hour. And it's something that me and my travel team are doing at the moment. So we all get on a Zoom call at 5:45. We have about 15 minutes of like listening to motivating music or watching a joint like motivational YouTube video or something like that, and then we have an hour of getting work done. I mean, you can do it for anything, whether it's sitting down and doing emails for an hour, or like writing out your to-do list, or replying to comments, or like doing whatever your work is that you do. But you sit down and you focus and you do it for an hour and you don't do anything else. So that's what I do. I do my travel business for an hour in the morning, and I'm doing it with, there's normally about 500 other people on this Zoom call as well. So you know that everyone else is in the same boat, everyone else has gotten up early to do it, so you don't feel alone. And it's just that accountability, which is amazing. But yeah, like I said, you could do anything. You could read, you could listen to a podcast, you could learn a new language. It's something productive, something to wake up your brain and just get you started on the right foot of, you know, having a productive day. Next up, some kind of exercise. I am really big on stretching. I love a good stretch. I kind of go through phases where I want to do like really high intensity stuff and then just really calming stuff. And at the moment, I'm just in this zone of like getting to know my body and my mind and spirit and all of that, and stretching for me really helps me to calm and just be at one. Now, the meditations that I do quite often include cat curls and things like that, and some yoga poses, so quite often I get my exercise in while I'm doing my meditation in the morning, but if not, then I just try and spend 5 minutes doing some stretching. And yeah, it really helps me to center and to stretch my body and get all of the energy moving. And you know, it might be that you do a 10-minute HIIT session, or just something to kind of get your serotonin levels going and just get that energy, wake up your body. And lastly, having a healthy breakfast. I always think if I start the day with a healthy meal, I'm more likely to carry on the rest of the day being healthy. Or if I start it healthily and then I do not eat so well for the rest of the day, at least I've had that healthy meal in the morning. So whether it's a nice healthy smoothie, or have some hot water and lemon, or like a turmeric tea or something like that, just try and get something healthy in your system so that you're starting that habit of nurturing your body from the very beginning of the day. And that's it. Those are the ways that I have a more magical morning. Obviously, I don't get all of those things done before the boys wake up. Sometimes the boys are up at 5:30 and they sit on the mat while I'm finishing off my meditation, and then they sit with me while I'm doing my power hour. Sometimes I manage to get all of that done and then I wake them up at 7. My mornings really vary, but I do find that if I include all of those things in my morning at some point of the morning, it's just instilling these good habits and it's setting me up for a really good day. And I find that I take whatever I've read in the morning on with me. I feel really great because once I've done the school run, I know I've already done an hour's worth of work. I've already meditated, so I'm feeling calm. If you do try any of these things, please let me know. Like I said, I'll leave anything that I've mentioned in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.